My name is Matt Cota. I'm with the firm Meadow Hill. We're a nonprofit management and advocacy organization. I'm here today on behalf of 4 specific clients.
Well, why don't we introduce ourselves to you? So, go ahead.
I'm Debbie Dolgan. I represent St. Johnsbury, Concord, and Curzon.
Tom Charlton at Chester Track. 2 persons, Groton, Thompson, and Newbury.
You know, at Essex Town and City of Essex Junction.
Mark Mahali on Callis, Plainfield, and Marshfield.
Emily Krausow, South Burlington.
Mary Howard, Rutland City District 6. Gail Pezzo, Chittenden 20, Colchester.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So specifically, why I'm here today is on behalf of 4 organizations that I serve as a managing director for. Includes the Vermont Transportation Energy Network, which is a division of the Vermont Retail Grocers Association. Those are the convenience stores and gasoline stations that we rely on to fuel up. It includes the Heating and Cooling Contractors of Vermont, which are the heating technicians that install the air source heat pumps, boilers, and furnaces that we all need to stay warm or cool. It includes the Vermont Fuel Dealers Association, which includes the retail heating oil and propane companies in Vermont. It includes the Vermont Vehicle and Automotive Distributors Association, which are the new and used car dealers and truck dealers throughout Vermont.
Matt, just a quick question. Does the heating cooling technicians include people who do, what is it called, air exchangers? They install air exchangers, those sort of active HVAC systems?
Yes, that's correct. So the Heating and Cooling Contractors of Vermont trains over 1,000 heating technicians a year. Plumbers, electricians, all have to have licenses and all have to have continuing education. Gas and oil techs all have to have a certificate of fitness issued by the Division of Fire Safety, and we provide the necessary training for them to keep those licenses and keep working.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
So as you can imagine, these are competitive businesses that belong to a trade association. They don't agree with each other, and of the 4 that I manage, they definitely don't agree on much. However, they do agree on this policy, which is they ask you not to pass it into law. You think about
referring to extreme heat, right?
race. Our concern, of course, is most of these jobs, of which there are over 1,000 of these companies, or 10,000 employees working for Vermonters, and most of these jobs are solo. If you think about someone who you might call because your compressor for your heat pump is not working at night and has to go outside and replace it or fix the line sets. They're not working as a team, they're individuals. We deliver to 75% of the buildings in Vermont, either heating oil, propane, or kerosene. These are individuals in trucks that get out of their truck, that spend about 20 minutes outside your home at a fill pipe, filling it with fuel when it's dark and when it's cold. That's part of the job. They do over 400,000 of these deliveries every year. Most of these occur when the temperature is below 30 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the job. They've been doing it for 100 years. And I think it was instructive under earlier testimony, we've had for 6 years, just 6 complaints about workers in the cold. We do over 400,000 deliveries a year in the cold, standing outside, listening to a whistle for your tank to be full, so that you have the fuel that 75% of Vermonters need for heat, for hot water, and to cook. We'd like to continue doing that without further regulations, other than the very robust regulations that exist for OSHA.
Questions?
Get to the point, I like it, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
it was first day.
Is there anything, it is, believe me, is there anything in particular about the regulation? As you've probably seen, there are various iterations of this bill that have come here. Is there anything in particular that the regulation that, I assume most of the trucks are heated, and many of them are cooled. What is it about the regulation that is difficult?
Well, So the 15-minute rule, 15 minute tends to be very minimum time. You'd be standing outside your truck in
Yeah.
sub-zero temperatures. And so all of them would not be under this exemption. In addition, if you're fixing a line set for a heat pump, or you're entering a cold basement to thaw pipes so that home doesn't sustain tens of thousands of dollars worth of water damage because there is no heat, that would be below 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The idea that we have over 10,000 employees that work solo, that would have to have a wet bulb thermostat at $40 a piece, you might think, what's the big deal? We're talking over close to $1 million worth of thermostats. I can understand if I sell wet bulb thermostats, that might be of extreme value to me to have this law passed, but for everyone who has to buy one, it is an unnecessary expense. You deliver heating oil and propane, you expect to get up at 2 a.m. and deliver it to the house in sub-zero temperatures. That's the job. And if you're not, as an employer, adequately equipping your employees to handle that, well, then there's a complaint process. So far in the last 6 years, 0 from the heating oil industry, propane industry, and only 6 total.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask,
They're not from our industries, as I understand.
okay. That's helpful.
No complaints from heating, cooling, or fuel dealers.
Not that I'm aware of. There's only 6 total.
Right.
6 years. Even though we deliver, get out of the truck, stand in the cold, below 30 degrees, 400,000 times a year.
Yes,
Hi, sorry that I was outside the door when you began. Do all of your employees, when they're delivering fuel, stand at the wellhead to watch the fuel be delivered, or do they hook it up and then go sit in the truck and then come back? I'm just wondering.
So as a fill pipe, whether it's
Yeah,
a
right,
propane or kerosene or heating oil,
Yeah.
no, they are required. They
Sort of
have-
like when you fill up your car with gas, you're supposed to stand there.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, when you turn on the nozzle, you hear a whistle. That whistle is the air coming out of the tank in that second pipe. And as soon as that whistle stops whistling, you know that there's no air escaping, so you know the tank is full. And that's when you have to manually turn it off. That's how we deliver heating oil and propane for 100 years.
How long have you yourself been in this business?
So I'm a lobbyist. I manage trade associations,
Uh-huh.
auto dealers, fuel dealers, heating contractors, gasoline marketers. So
So how long have you been in that business?
I've been lobbying here for 22, I've been in this building for 22 years, 2 as a reporter, 20 as a lobbyist.
So you were a reporter before you became a lobbyist? Thanks.
Sure.
any other questions of Matt?